Life came into existence anywhere between hundreds of billions of years to say 6,000 years ago, depending on who you ask. We're not really going to get into that at the moment, but what you do need to know is that whether you believe life was a result of natural forces colliding, the handiwork of a god or gods, or you don't believe life even really exists, because reality isn't even truly here, one thing still remains sure. There is a magazine published somewhere on this planet by other people who agree with you.
De l'homme auquel j'appartiens, quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas.
The first magazines appeared in France in the form of a bookseller catalog that book publishers inserted into newspapers. In fact, today's word magazine is derived from the French term magasin, meaning storehouse. Let's move up a little north of there. Top of the morning, Governor! It's London, and the first political magazine, The Review, comes out in 1704, about the same time as The Tatler and Spectator, magazines which published poetry, philosophy, and politics elite. But as the 1820s rolled around, it turned out God had some plans for magazines in America after all, and many religious magazines gained popularity, such as the Methodist Christian Journal and Advocate, which both claimed 25,000 subscribers in 1826. And in that fashion, other specialized magazines sprang up too. American Farmer, American Journal of Educators, American Journal of Science, American Law Journal, American... well, you get the picture.
America!
Also, literary magazines at the time established great authors like Ralph Waldo Emerson, Henry David Thoreau, and Mark Twain. But what really got things going was the Saturday Evening Post, which aimed to address the whole nation. Even women! Turned out magazines for women was a pretty good idea. By the 1860s, Godey's Ladies' Books, a magazine specifically for women, had the biggest circulation ever for a US magazine, 150,000. The 1800s were a pretty good time for magazines across the country. Magazines were on the rise. Boom! Turn of the century. We got a lot better at making stuff fast, and thanks to the post office, reduced rates passing out magazines was super cheap. Now, even the working class could get magazines. And advertising went crazy. With so many people reading magazines, the publishers could make a lot more selling advertisement spots. And the ladies did it again with Ladies' Home Journal, the first magazine to reach a circulation of 1 million. Following World War I, the trend of yellow journalism was essentially reversed, as magazines became much more concerned with reaching a broad national audience. These were the general interest magazines. The Saturday Evening Post romanticized American virtues thanks to the help of Norman Rockwell's illustrated covers. Reader's Digest rehabilitated the use of magazines as a storehouse for collective of literary works and their condensed versions. Time magazine developed a brand of interpretive journalism, where the reporter's findings would be given in narrative form and point of view by the editor. Life magazine became iconic through its use of photojournalism and the power of images to chronicle events of ordinary and extraordinary events.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Then TV came and turned the whole magazine world upside down all over again. Sure, TV Guide was a huge success in the 1990s, but many other magazines like the Saturday Evening Post, Look, and Life died off. Competition from television for ad dollars and a skyrocket in postal service rates were their doom. What did survive were women's magazines that were generally bought at the supermarket checkout rather than by mail-delivered subscription. As television sucked in the masses, magazines had to turn to a different approach: the niche market.
After all the jets are in the box.
Exhibit A, Playboy magazine. Not so widespread or family-friendly, but offered a very specific niche male audience to advertisers. And while magazines like Women's Day and Better Homes and Gardens follow the successful formula of banking on the image of women as homemakers and consumers, social change in the 70s brought about women's magazines such as Cosmopolitan, which were much more concerned with feminism, sexuality, career, and politics. The variety of magazines continues to expand. It can be found in almost any niche interest or subject matter. You name it, it's there. Magazines for sports people, magazines for music people, magazines for young people, magazines for old people, magazines for elite people, magazines for African American people, magazines for LGBT people, magazines for Hispanic people, magazines for really gullible people. Today's magazines go after every niche market or group of people out there. And magazines aren't just in print anymore, they're online too. Call them webzines. They can be an extension of a print magazine such as Time or Entertainment Weekly, or a magazine that exists solely online like Salon or Slate.